I got asked the question, what was it like to have what were computers like 20 years ago? It's hard to believe when you had that because yeah, we've been in technology, but computers were like they were like a like when you put your dog in a kettle. That's what they were like. They were like taking up major space. Computers took up crazy space 20 years ago. They were huge. And I was like having a rocket play almost. You can't imagine it now because you can take them around with you or use them as a phone. But back then, them things were like microwaves. That's the best way to describe it. They were like a microwave, like one of them old microwaves, bulky and big, humongous, and it just took over a whole table, and they were heavy, and you had to arch it a certain way. You couldn't imagine that today. Try to tell somebody that today, they look at you crazy. But back then, having a computer was like, yeah, it was like having a microwave. And they kind of popped off like that too, and you took them out the box. Just such a interesting time when you see technology how has become so compact. The things that we did and how we did it, because sometimes there were certain things that back then when you had things like of that magnitude, you had them where they were used to, there was a whole world that uh there was a pre-world of hashtagging and all that. But computers were like ginormous, they it took a while before it became compact where you could have like a desktop because if you had a big old computer you were seeing like you were, before it got smoother it was seeing like you were, and they were tax write-offs, and so like for people who used them for business purposes, they were used in a different capacity. But oh, just thinking about that back in the day, that don't seem that long ago, and so much has happened since then. But yeah, computer life was completely different to what we got now. It was completely different. It's like you can't even imagine it. It was ginormous and huge, 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 huge. You know, thinking about the Intel, thinking about having an Apple, all that was just like wow. You know, and then you think about all the systems, the dial up, and the way you used your floppy disk. I mean, all that stuff was just you know. But you were really nerding out back then. You know, it's a little bit more simpler today than it was then. But it was something else back then. Of course, you had CD burners, you had all that stuff. So stuff's been building up towards what it is now. So it was a different era, but wasn't that long ago. But anyway, please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share the video if you like. Hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay honest, stay full, stay whole, stay woke. I'm out one time. Peace.